Election Commission issues notification for election of 16th President. Agniveers to have priority in recruitment to Assam Rifles and armed police forces. National Monument Authority visits Arunachal seeking ancient monuments. In the war on drugs, Manipur police recovers over 222 kgs of brown sugar. And Nagaland advisor for IT launches Praktishil mobile app, says relevant and practical step for the state. Good evening and welcome to the Northeast News. This is Joshna Borwa with the news in detail. The Election Commission has issued notification for the election of the 16th President of India. Nomination can be filed by the candidates till 29th of this month. The poll for the presidential election will be held on the 18th of next month and counting will take place on 21st of July. It may be mentioned that the term of office of President Ramnath Kovind is ending on the 24th of July this year. Meanwhile, the presidential election will be held by secret ballot in accordance with the system of proportional representation as per the Constitution. The president is elected by an electoral college comprising of elected members of Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and state legislative assemblies. The total number of electors will be 4,809, including 776 members of parliament and 4,033 members of legislative assemblies. President Ramnath Kovind today laid the foundation stone of the new Raj Bhavan building in Donapaula, Goa, near the state capital Panaji. During the presentation, the officials said that maximum care will be taken to mitigate impact of climate change while constructing the new building by taking steps like rainwater harvesting. The new building initiative concept is inspired by Rashtrapati Bhavan, other Raj Bhavans and vivid Goan architecture. It may be mentioned that the construction of the existing building had started in the 16th century, which later became the governor's house in the late 19th century. Meanwhile, Governor P.S. Sridharan Pillai, Chief Minister Dr. Pramod Sawant, Union Minister of State for Tourism Shripad Nayak and other leaders were present on the occasion. The Union Home Ministry has decided to give priority to Agniveers in the recruitment of Central Armed Police Forces and Assam Rifles who successfully complete their 4 years of service. Home Minister Amit Shah in a tweet today termed Agnipat scheme a visionary decision by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He said the youth trained by Agnipat scheme will be able to contribute in the service and security of the country. He further added that detailed planning work has started on this decision. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar and Spanish Foreign Affairs Minister Jose Manuel Alvarez Bueno today held a meeting in New Delhi. Growing engagements in political, defense, economic and cultural domains were discussed upon. This is the first official visit of the Spanish Foreign Minister to India. Meanwhile, taking to his Twitter handle, Dr. Jaishankar informed that they also exchanged views on the Indo-Pacific, the Ukraine conflict, Afghanistan, North Africa and South Asia. He further said that both the countries have agreed to work closely in multilateral forums. Union Minister Kiren Rijiju today held a fruitful meeting with the President of Mongolia, Ukhnagin Khurelsukh. Taking to his Twitter handle, Rijiju informed that the President expressed his gratefulness to India and the Prime Minister for the exposition of the Buddha relics to Mongolia. The minister said that the Mongolian President has high regard for India and its people. Meanwhile, earlier in the day, Rijiju also attended the momentous occasion of the Republic of Mongolia releasing the commemorative postage stamp of India's former ambassador and spiritual guide to Mongolia, Reverend Kushak Bakula Rinpoche. In a recent development, the Union Cabinet has approved a proposal of the Department of Telecommunications to conduct a 5G spectrum auction. It further added that the 5G spectrum auction will commence on the 26th of next month. Meanwhile, the Communications Ministry also said that the Department of Telecom has issued notice inviting applications to facilitate rollout of 5G. The successful bidders will be allowed to make payment in 20 equal annual installments at the interest rate of 7.2%. The ministry said that with considerable success in rolling out widespread 4G services, India is now ready to introduce 5G telecom services in the country. The President of the National Monument Authority under the Union Ministry of Culture, along with his team, today visited the historical site Bhismak Nagar Research Institute of World's Ancient Tradition, Culture and Heritage Campus, an IGU museum in Lower Dibang Valley of Arunachal Pradesh. The purpose of this visit is to find out ancient monuments, especially those bordering Tibet-China region of Arunachal Pradesh, of indigenous faith which connect the state with the rest of the country. Meanwhile, it may be mentioned that Bhishmak Nagar is an important ancient archaeological site concerning Lord Krishna in Arunachal Pradesh. There are many beliefs and tales related to Krishna Rukmini in the Idu-Mishimi tribe.
सबसे महान एकता, धर्म और संस्कृति का केंद्र बनेगा। यह एक ऐसा केंद्र बनेगा जो भारत के पूर्वांचल को पश्चिमांचल से जोड़ेगा, दक्षिण को उत्तर से जोड़ेगा। इसके विषय में जब हमने प्रधानमंत्री जी से सुना तो हमको बहुत एक्साइटमेंट हुआ, थ्रिल हुआ और उन्हों के ही कृपा से, उनके मार्गदर्शन में यहाँ से माधोपुर तक का रुक्मिणी कृष्ण यात्रा प्रारंभ हुआ। आज हमारे
Arunachal Chief Minister Pema Khandu today interacted with party Karyakartas during the Seva, Susashan and Garib Kalyan Parv organized at the BJP Mandal office at Jung. The Karyakartas updated Khandu about the work being done at village level and the benefits the central and state flagship programs are bringing in the lives of the people. Khandu also felicitated the president of the BJP Mandal Mukto constituency and interacted with party office bearers. Taking to his Twitter handle, Khandu said that he was enthused to be a part of the rally organized by the Mukto Mandal BJP Karyakartas as the road of Jung reverberated with the chants of Vande Mataram. In a major success under the war on drugs in Manipur, a brown sugar factory was busted by the Thaubal police from the residence of Thaubalyum Bibi of Moijing Meena Bazar, Thaubal district, after conducting a raid. A total of 222.85 kgs of brown sugar was recovered from the said residence. Along with it, large quantities of items used for the processing of brown sugar have also been found at the premises. Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh took to his Twitter handle and said that this is one of the biggest seizures under War on Drugs 2.0. Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh today had a meeting with the General Officer Commanding-in-Chief of the Eastern Command and his team at the Chief Minister's office. Singh in a tweet informed that they discussed about security matters of the state as well as the northeastern region. In another story from the state, Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh attended the inaugural function of infrastructure development for the preservation of Panam Ningtho, the immortal fire and other historical monuments today. Taking to his Twitter handle, Singh said that Andhra holds a special place in the history of Manipur and the state government will continue to develop this place in all aspects. He further instructed the officials to renovate the memorial shrine attributed to the legendary rulers. It may be mentioned that the stone inscription at the Ibodho Panam Ningtho, Andhra, is one of the most important historical sites of Manipur. In a positive development for Nagaland, advisor for IT, science and technology and new and renewable energy, Honlumo Kikong officially launched the Pragatishil mobile app at the Pragatishil Progressive Skill Development Institute, Dimapur, today. Speaking at the launch, Kikong said that this may be a small step for Nagaland, but it is a relevant and practical step, and more entrepreneurs should come up with innovative ideas to provide solutions to the challenges that are faced by everyone. Meanwhile, proprietor Pragatishil Progressive Skill Development Institute said that the app will help the people give access to all market services within Dimapur through the smartphones. He also stated that as of now, this app covers Dimapur, but eventually it will cover the whole of Nagaland. Mizoram Chief Minister Zoramthanga applauded the 87 years of selfless service rendered by the Young Mizo Association to the Mizo people everywhere around the globe. Taking to his Twitter handle, he expressed that throughout the years, YMA remains an ever-present help for those in need. In Meghalaya, BJP's National Secretary and Ranchi Mayor Asha Lakra, who was on a two-day visit to the state, said that action will be taken against the corrupt people who are not implementing central schemes properly in Meghalaya. Meanwhile, Meghalaya BJP Vice President Bernard Marak added that the current regime in Meghalaya is riddled with corruption, and for things to change, the BJP needs to increase its tally of its MLAs. On pulling out of the government, State BJP President Ernest Maury has stated the decision lies with the central government, in fact the central leadership, and a call would be taken on the same in the National Executive meeting at Hyderabad. To end the news, the main points once again. Election Commission issues notification for election of 16th President. Agniveer used to have priority in recruitment to Assam Rifles and armed police forces. National Monument Authority visits Arunachal seeking ancient monuments. In the war on drugs, Manipur police recover over 222 kgs of brown sugar. And Nagaland advisor for IT launches Pragatishil mobile app, says relevant and practical step for the state. And that's all in this bulletin. Thanks for watching. Namaskar.